So, since I started this YouTube channel, I've just been posting vlogs and I haven't really introduced myself to you guys. I haven't told you who I am. How do you even say my name? What do I do? What am I doing in New York? Why did I move to New York? I haven't done any of that. So here I am recording this video to introduce myself to you guys. So let's start with the most basic. My name is Haula and I'm from the UK. I am Ugandan, but I've lived in the UK for the majority of my life. Most of my life I went to school there, I started work there, my family's there, some of my family's there, and I met my husband there. So I've been a UK girly for the majority of my life. Why did I move to New York? Number of reasons. There are so many reasons. The most key ones are to find myself, to go to school, and to build my career. Before I moved to New York, I was living with my husband, my boyfriend then, he wasn't even my fiance. My boyfriend then, we were living in London for 7 years. 7 years just went by so quickly, and we woke up and thought, no, this is not the life that we envisioned. This is not the life that we wanted, and we need to make a change. I was very lost. I was extremely confused about who I am. I was in a deep, deep depression. I tried various counselors, various therapists, and there just always remained this deep sense of loss and grief and confusion as to who I was, what I was doing, how I was contributing to this world. New York always seemed like the place to explore, to meet people, see a different way of life, to really see what you're capable of. And for me, that's what I went to. It was then or never, basically. The decision was made. It's, you know, I have to do this now or I can't do it. Especially because we were, you know, starting to think of expanding our family. The second reason was to go to university. At that time, I actually ended up signing a publishing deal with a publisher who is based in the States. And I was writing music. I thought, oh my God, yes, this is it. I've finally arrived at a point where I'm really happy. But I still found that there was something missing. And in the back of my mind, it was always psychology, research, always kept coming back to me. Mind you, I had done psychology for my undergraduate degree. I had done it for 2 years prior to that as well, in high school or secondary school. So in total, I had 5 years in the psychology realm, in the wellness realm. I had 5 years. So I researched a lot of schools in New York and I settled on one, right? I settled on NYU. I applied for one school. I'm like, this is the one I want to get in. So let's just apply, let's see what happens. If I don't get in this term, then I can try again and get into the fall term because I applied in the spring term. Lo and behold, I got in on my first try, yay. So moving to New York to study, right? Go back and do a master's degree in psychology. And that's what I did. It made sense. It makes sense for me to do that. And the third reason I moved to New York was for my career. As I've mentioned, I write music for TV and film, and my publisher is based in the States. All my opportunities were all in the States. Every show, every ad, every promo that I got was always in the States, right? So it just made sense for me to be here, to be on the same to be in the same time zone. Because when I'm writing, a lot of my writing sessions were over Zoom at the time because I was in the UK, and they're still pretty much on Zoom now, but the time difference was very wacky. Like I'd be writing until midnight because it was a lot earlier here for them. So it really made sense for me to move, to actually go and meet my publisher in person because we've never met. Even being here, we still haven't seen each other in person. The one team is in LA and there is a team here in New York. So I've seen the New York team, but I haven't seen the LA team. So work, career opportunities. The thing that brings it all together for me is that I really love New York. I chose New York because it was my favorite city. I've been here a number of times and I always felt at home. Even on the plane, when I was landing, I was like, I feel at home. I have arrived. It was like a homecoming, right? It was a return back home. I don't know why, but it just feels that way for me. The people, the culture, the fast-pacedness of things, just everything just feels like home being here. So I left my childhood home, my home even, and I left my family. I even left my husband back in the UK because his visa wasn't ready, and I moved over on an F1. And I was here for 6 months on my own, figuring life out, getting my first apartment, signing my first lease on my own, being responsible for me and only me. It was the first time in my life that I have been just about myself. I know those seem like very small things, but when you've been in a relationship for 16 years, going on to 17 years now, you have somebody there to do everything with, to sort out the bills, to sort out the rent, to sign the lease agreement with. And so me being able to do all of that on my own, getting on that plane and going to a new country on my own, that to me was very revolutionary. I'm not even gonna lie, it was a very big deal. I grew so much in that time. I changed so much in that time, and I understood just how much I was capable of on my own. I understood what I was able to do for myself. Okay, my time in New York. It has been the hardest time. It has been the best time of my life. The past 2 years, I have cried. I have not wanted to be here. I have regretted so much. I have hated life and hated myself in the past 2 years. I've already done a video on this, but I had to end my first pregnancy. I lost my second pregnancy, and there's been other things that I've been dealing with fertility. I've struggled to get pregnant, right? It's been a time of pain, a time of questioning. I lost my faith in God. I don't know that I believe in a religious God as I used to. One relationship with somebody I considered my best friend ended, and another significant relationship has been forever changed, forever altered. I struggle to exist in this world after experiencing so much pain. But at the same time, I have grown so much. I have found a deep sense of gratitude. Like, it comes from so deep. I didn't know that I could feel this way. I have known true love. I have experienced motherhood. I have met new people. I have found or created myself. I have learned so much about myself, the world, my relationship and my relationships with other people, that I would rather be who I am now than who I was then. And that brings me to the final point of this video, why I created this YouTube channel. I've realized as I've gotten older, as I'm getting older, time is moving like quicksand. Like, it is so quick. I realized I was missing so many moments and so many things that I just was forgetting what I'd done the day before, because so much is happening. And especially because I consider myself to be a late bloomer. I've started everything so late because I got to know myself so late. I got my freedom so late. So I'm doing so much. And it's very intense that I found I was missing out on relishing or remembering what was happening. I was missing all those moments. So I decided to start a YouTube channel to document a journey, to document my life, For me, it's very much a vanity project to document this for my friends, my family, my kids. Imagine having kids. If I am blessed with kids, imagine having kids and they get on YouTube and they can see who you were. I think everybody should really document their lives, even if you don't post it online. I think it's just so beautiful to be able to look back at who you were. That was my get to know me tag. Wow, we got really personal. We really got personal. I shared some information here. I hope you stay. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you subscribe and engage. Let's keep this going. I hope you got to know me better, right? I hope you got to know the person behind the vlogs, and I will see you in the next one.